Oh, bro. Okay, cool. Yo, I will keep this short and sweet. I'll try. This is Jeremiah chapter 14. Let me start from verse 11 and go all the way to verse 17, although the main message is from 14 to 17. So, on my NLT, it falls on page 1228. And it starts just above verse 11. It's entitled, "The Lord forbids Jeremiah to intercede." Jeremiah was this very feely prophet who just went through so much because he was very, I think he just went through so much. Like, he just got in trouble every time he gave a prophetic word. And the prophetic word was always a warning, from God about what would happen if his people did not change his ways. So it's interesting because, our God is a God of love. God is holy, so he will not tolerate sin. He will deal with it decisively. However, because of his compassion and his mercy, his love, he will warn. Then he will even send people to warn because, if someone is not, so that if you course correct, then you won't face the repercussions. So Jeremiah is a pains, and over here the Lord actually now instructs Jeremiah from interceding. I'd never seen this, although it's underlined. I never really seen this. Anyway, so 14:11. Then the Lord said to me, "Do not pray for these people anymore." We're always told to pray for our enemies, everything, but I think it got to a time in this case where God said, don't even pray for them anymore. Verse 12, "When they fast, I will not pay attention. When they present their burnt offerings and grain offerings to me, I will not accept them. Instead," this is the Lord saying, "I will devour them with war, famine, and disease." Verse 13. Then Jeremiah says, "O sovereign Lord, their prophets," because now these people have a bunch of their own prophets who prophesy to them based on what they want to hear. Their prophets are telling them all is well. No war or famine will come. The Lord will surely send you peace. So we see prophets who are then now coming in and telling the people, what Jeremiah is telling you is a lie. There's no such thing. God will give you peace. Fear not. You're in a good space with the Lord, I'm telling you. Who doesn't want to hear that, right? Then the Lord says, poor Jeremiah, he's in the middle of this whole thing, back and forth between God and the people. And no one is relenting. Poor guy. 14 verse 14. Then the Lord said, "These prophets are telling lies in my name. I did not send them or tell them to speak. I did not give them any messages. They prophesy of visions and revelations they have never seen or heard. They speak foolishness made up in their own lying hearts." The Bible talks about how the heart of man is wicked. Like, we can literally sit down and fantasize something and it becomes my truth and my reality. So it looks like this prophets, because obviously God didn't speak to them and God has disowned. It's like, me, I don't know those guys. I did not send them. So whatever they are saying, and they're saying it in my name, that was not me. Okay. So they speak foolishness made up or in their own lying hearts. Verse 15. Lying prophets. Those prophets who, when God is warning someone so they can course correct, so that their life can be saved, they come and tell that person the opposite. No, there'll be no calamity. It will be peaceful. There are no repercussions. You can sin all you want. You can do your thing. God will not deal with you. God has a word for those lying prophets. Those prophets who surround thrones and they endorse wrongdoing, and they say they've also heard from the Lord that there'll be no repercussions, as if we don't know who God's character. He's always dealt so categorically with wrongdoing and sin. So, there's a word here for the amazing prophets who sent themselves. Therefore, this is what the Lord says. I will punish these lying prophets, for they have spoken in my name, even though I have never sent them. They say that no war or famine will come, but they themselves will die by war and famine. the lying prophets themselves, amazing prophets that they are, themselves will die by war and famine. The very same judgment God had given to these people, war and famine, now the prophets will have to face the same thing. As for the people to whom they prophesy, dear God in heaven, their bodies will be thrown out into the streets of Jerusalem, victims of famine and war. As to those that they prophesy and tell, oh, it won't be, there's nothing like that. There's nothing. There'll be no one left to bury them. Husbands, wives, sons, and daughters, all will be gone. For I will pour out their own wickedness on them. Now Jeremiah says this to them. Now Jeremiah, go say this to them. Night and day my eyes overflow with tears. I cannot stop weeping for my virgin daughter, my precious people, has been struck down and lies mortally wounded. Let me just add verse 18. No, let me end it there. Lies mortally wounded. And so someone is mourning. Either it, this is the Lord is mourning because of how he has had to deal with his own people that he loves.